I want you to know that I love you so.
Hello viewers, welcome to another exciting episode of Talk About It. And today we're going to be talking about love. But to start with, my name is Tolulope Akinola, and then I'm going to be talking with these beautiful looking people here. And this is Ayor, Iberi,
Toby.
and Toby. I see that they are so excited because it's love. I know. So okay, I'm just going to start through a question so anybody can answer it. Yes, love is huge. I really want to know what love is about. So what exactly strikes you guys about someone you're about to date? Like what will make you say, this girl I need to talk to, or this guy, he's my spec, and I want to get it going.
Okay.
Oh,
okay, me? Okay, so
Point of view.
for me, basically, what strikes me about a guy is you have to be different, in the sense that when you talk, you have to be intelligent. I'm very attracted to people that are smart and intelligent. I'm not about physical appearance. It makes sense. It's just when you're physically attractive, it's cake, icing on the cake, but it's not the cake, right? So when you're intelligent and smart, when you talk, I know that okay, you know what you're saying, and you have knowledge about a lot of things. That really gets to me. I like that part. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then if you can make me laugh, that's amazing.
Okay, so you're saying, the moment you just meet the guy, the first thing he says or your first conversation can strike the whole thing for you.
Well, yes. It depends on what he says and, how he says it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you meet somebody on the first day and it's you've known the person for a long time.
Yeah.
That happens a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe hopefully it just happens that you guys are talking about a topic that the guy is probably very,
familiar with,
exactly.
and you guys can relate. Yeah, exactly. I think that's the word. We can relate with a lot of things. I'll just be like, oh, you're my type, and we can talk about a lot of things together. But sometimes some people, when you actually meet them, you just realize that he's going this way and you're that way. You guys can relate on anything, and you guys have different views. But when I see that, we're talking and we're actually almost on the same path, and we have the same ideas and we're going the same way, that's for me, that's I'll be okay, I think I should talk to this guy again.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically that one is number one for me. If I can't relate with you, red flag.
Tana. Yeah, you were going to say something.
No, I was going to ask her a question.
Yeah, sure.
I was going to be does money come into place?
Money?
Yes. So you
Let's
can't
be
the
real.
first time.
Let's be
Okay.
real.
Okay, let me be real. Do you want me to be real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it to us.
I'll be real. Money is good, right? I like money, but it's not the main stuff.
Okay.
Do you get? Because you can actually have it, and there's some of my friends that even if I'm in an empty room with them, we still have good conversations. But there's some people I know that even if I'm in the best hotel in the world with them, I'll still feel sad and I'll still feel lonely.
Oh.
But I think the money part starts to make sense for me when it comes with other things. If it comes alone, it's just, it doesn't feel the way it's supposed to feel.
Okay,
Well,
that makes sense. But
Mhm.
when you say if you're in a room with people and then their talk keeps you going, girl, you can't go all the way with your life with just good talks and all of that.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. I understand. Money is important. It's important, right? When I meet a guy, of course, on the first, I'll look at you and, okay, oh, are you working? Are you, you know what I mean? But it's not, what I'm saying is, it doesn't work all the time. I don't look at everybody like that all the time. So if I begin to check, oh, money, then there's something missing. But for some people, I just look at them and I'm okay, you just forget about that part. But trust me, if it comes with money, oh my God, I'll be so happy.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'll be so happy. Who doesn't like that part? Because
Like
money can
jackpot.
actually fix a lot of stuff. So
Yeah.
Okay, so let's ask the guys, what strikes you?
This might be different from everybody's opinion, but first impressions always matter to me. The way you look, the way you dress, how you come off to me.
You like them yellow?
I didn't say yellow.
question, yeah.
Yeah, you said the way they look, right?
I
You
didn't
like
say
fair
yellow.
girls or dark girls? Which do you prefer?
I am diverse, to be
You're
honest.
there.
Okay, you about face or body?
That is a very trying question. I have been asked that question for the past couple of years and I thought about it. And I'm going to go with the first impression route, so I'll say face matters.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you mean, because sometimes on Facebook, like if I get a friend request, before I accept, I'm like, okay, she's the person fine. Like,
No,
I'll go to your picture.
for
So
me-
yeah, physical appearance is
For
great.
guys, for me, I look at your shoes, man. I don't know. I don't care. I don't know, but I think if you're wearing a good shoe and maybe they are neat or something, now that's your shoes look good. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, let's
That's
start from there.
different.
Yeah, trust me. I mean, I will look at your face. I
Yeah.
look at your shoe, and then
Your
you-
wristwatch.
No, I can still. I don't know for wrist, but your shoe.
Yeah, I think
But now I think we're going to
Yes.
material things. But I think like physical appearance is great. I think life is easier when when you're beautiful. You know, you get away with something. Yeah, seriously, like that's the
Yeah,
truth.
it's true.
Life is easier when you're fine, because I know that some people that when they just like, man, this guy is fine. Like, it makes
I know,
everything
right?
easier for them. Or this girl is fine. You're like, oh, she's fine. Don't worry, do it for her. She's a fine girl.
I know, right?
It happens all the time. Even when you can't even deny it happens. So to me, it's easier when you're beautiful or
Okay.
handsome. Any which ways.
Okay.
Well, guys are more visual than girls.
True.
So when we see something we like, where it just kind of our brain freeze and we just take picture,
So is the appearance first before
The appearance
you go in?
first, then everything comes after. Yeah, so you start to know how the person talks. What does this person like to talk about? How does this person react? And to me, that reaction part is important. I need to see what it's like when I give you a negative response, or I come at you in a negative way, or if I try to pull your legs, or if I try to make a joke with you. Some people snap at you
Yeah.
like that, and some people will be like, oh, that's actually funny, and I have something to come back at you, and then, it's kind of going back and forth. So it's kind of like a repertoire, kind of just chemistry flowing.
Yeah.
So it's rare to find that.
Chemistry.
Yes, chemistry, but there are other things that go along, like for me, being physical, like, I like sports, I like to work out. If a girl can barely keep up with me, or if a girl cannot, phase into that lifestyle a little bit,
Well, she has to go to the gym. With
No,
you.
What is appreciated?
Try.
Yeah, I understand.
Try.
Okay, but I have a question for you.
Sure.
So what if the girl is like beautiful and everything? She's fine, and her personality is just, she's loud. She doesn't know how to talk.
Okay,
Like, how do you manage that?
I'm the type of person that, and my friends say this thing is bad, but I'm the type of person who focuses on the main points. So it doesn't matter if you're loud or if you're quiet. It's more like, are you smart enough to talk to me?
What if she talks so much and embarrasses you in
Sister,
public?
wait. He just said, are you smart enough to talk to me?
Let me elaborate on that and tell you.
Please
do. Okay, there are some times when you talk to people in a certain light, you can even make the conversation as, how to say it, when you're talking to a layman, you want to bring the conversation to a minimum where you are not using any big grammar, there's no ambiguous letters or messages inside, there's no mixed message, and they're not following track with what you're
Like
saying.
you have to be able to communicate.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That
Basically.
makes
Communication
sense.
is key.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. So that's what strikes Ayob. You haven't heard what strikes you. Because you just been nodding your head at what everybody has been saying.
I think I'm a very different person from Toby. Right?
Yes.
Toby's all about the look.
He's all about
He's trying to remove himself like, I'm not
no.
into
I'm into the looks, but sincerely speaking, I usually say this, all the girls I've been attracted to, right? Since there are girls with she's fine, she has assets, but like a couple of weeks later it's faded, it's out of your memory. But the girls I'm really, really attracted to, I think it comes from they have a big heart. I don't know how to put it. They have a big heart. They are more of people who see. They are optimistic people. I like optimistic people. I like people who like to help people. I like people who one thing I love about a woman is a woman who knows that we don't have to be loud all the time. She enjoys the quiet moments. I like that because I'm a quiet person sometimes. So I like a lady who can enjoy the quiet moment. I don't like someone when we just sit in the house and just chilling. She'd be like, let's go out. What's happening? Let's do something. It turns me off, right? So I think I think more of the character of the woman.
But you cannot get all of this character at once. Because I'm like, what strikes you when you see this girl? Like,
what's actually?
Because it has to be one thing you will see. Because all these characters come after you've probably spoken to the girl and you guys are getting to know each other. That's when you get to see all these things. But before this comes, it should be.
Well, I know it's not the looks. I think it's how warm you make me feel.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's about it. I think it's how warm, how welcome. I think it kind of, if you can be warm on the first day, I think it shows the kind of person you are going to be. I think that first impression matters a lot.
Okay.
So you like them warm, not cold.
I like them warm.
Okay, alright, that's about it. So I have another question for you guys. So how long do you think you can date a girl for? I don't know if people have like time period to date somebody, but I should think that even if you're going to get married to the person, you should be like, because I know for girls, they don't really want to date a guy that long before, question pops up or, they are planning something. But how long do you think you can date a girlfriend and say, okay, yes, so I've dated this girl for this long and I think, okay, we should move further to something else or, or
the guys
not working.
First.
Maybe we should let the guys go first.
I've had this since I was a young guy or younger, right? And I think the time limit I've set for myself is 2 years. Now, even if I love you till eternity, I would not marry you until the time has passed. It's just my person, right? I think but that's just my person, right? That's just my person. I feel there has to be a 2-year minimum period. I don't know, because I feel time reveals a lot of things. Not that I'm waiting to see you fall or see you err, but I think time reveals a lot of things. We get to know each other better, and I think time. So I just have 2 years.
I don't think 2 years is enough to actually.
No, it doesn't.
I want to say something.
Yes, sure. Please.
First of all, I understand 2 years. Yeah, you get to know the person, but. You can never really know somebody that you can never really know everything, and you can't be too careful. So sometimes you might say, "Oh, I'm gonna wait longer and longer and longer." Sometimes when you even wait longer, more things happen, and you just realize that which is true. Like you were spending time with the person because you wanted to find out if you like this or if you don't like this. But sometimes when you stay too long, things start to happen.
Are you talking from a woman's perspective now to give reasons why it shouldn't be too long?
Yeah, it shouldn't. I don't know. I'm not saying it shouldn't be too long. It depends. But I feel like it shouldn't be something that is planned. Like, you'd be like, 5 years. You shouldn't put a number to it, because it could happen. Some people can make you ready longer. Some people can make you ready shorter. It depends.
I understand that. But you see, with the thing with emotions, right? With emotions, it's something I feel you have to think with your head first before your heart, right? Because emotions is something that a lot of times there are people you might meet who will make you feel you're ready or you love them enough to marry them in the next 1 month, and that's your heart leading you. So if you don't have something like a benchmark to say, okay, this is a target, this is what I'm going to follow, this is the plan I have, I think a lot of the times emotions will always lead you. Will always lead you ahead of what you want, because it's heart. It's your heart.
But anyways, I just think that different things work for different people. Because I think people who have met in just 2 months and they got married. Yeah. And then to them, inside the marriage, they are learning from it. Like I have a friend. Yeah, she met this guy 2 months. She got married, and I'm like, didn't you get married too fast? She's like, no, I know it's not easy. Now I'm getting to know him, even in marriage. Yeah. Right? But they're already married and they're not planning to separate anytime. Sometimes she's like, it's pretty difficult because I don't really know this guy. But she's like, okay, we're married, so I'm just gonna keep learning this guy, or we're gonna work together. But
personally, like, if it's for me, I wouldn't like to stay too long, and I wouldn't even put like, I'm gonna stay, I want to date him for a year or two. If it's 1 month, if it's 2 months, but there's some basic things that I'm looking out for. The moment I see it, I don't care about the other things. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just say, okay, this, it's fine. It's just like going to a store and you want to buy something. You know the first 2-3 things on your list. Once you buy those 2-3 things, you don't care. Like, even if the mall is closing, I don't give a shit. I bought the 3 things I want. For me, that's my own. Like, that's the way I see it. So, even staying for like 3-4 years, there's some things that still happen to my parents. And my mom was like, whoa, I didn't know your dad was like this. Like, after 27 years, you didn't know. So, you can never really know. Like, it depends. So, for me, it's like an blank check. I don't put any time limit to it. Like, it is what it is. Anything that happens, fine.
Yeah, okay, so I saw the way you were looking at her. It's like you have something to say back. So, what exactly is it?
Yeah, so I was kind of picking off on the both of them. Something that struck to me was when he said something about plan, and she said something about if I get what I want, mixing the two of them together, and using my own words. This is what I would say. Love should be unconditional. There should be no time limit on it, but it is good to have structure. That's where the plan comes in. So when you're working towards something, it doesn't just feel like I'm here because, we're here to have good times, we're here to chit chat. There's things going on in the world. There's economic problems, there's political problems going on. You need to tackle all these issues as human beings. It's not just love. Now, to pick up what she said, once you see it's pretty much what we've been talking about from the beginning. You know what you like: smart, looks, warm, everything mixed together. Shoes.
God-fearing.
They're God-fearing. All mixed together.
Yeah.
So, to me, it's more like you are dating. There's no real time limit. I think the both of you would feel when it's right. It might be 2 months, it might be 3 days, it might be 2 years, it might be 5 years.
It might be love at first sight.
It might be love at first sight. Some people just hit love that quickly.
Do they really?
Yes, it actually does.
It's happened to me before.
And they might use something as a reference point, like, how do they say? There's this saying that if 2 people play together, they stay together. A family that plays together, stay together. So when you find something that's common between the two of you, it makes it much easier.
All right, there's this question you wanted to say
I just have something to say. Is it I'm just talking from general experience or hearsay. Isn't it commonplace that women tend to be ready before guys in a relationship? So when you're talking about both of you know, right? How frequently does that happen? Usually it's not the girl knowing and then it's like, okay, what are we going?
She's trying to drag the guy into her.
Yeah. See, that's where the rest of the personality comes into effect. Now, she already knows, but there's a way that she'll bring to him. It's not pressuring him to perform. He's not saying, oh, I need you to marry me. Like, give me, no.
Give me the ring.
Yeah. It's like, I like you. I'll wait for you.
Lord of the Rings.
So it's just like, I like you and I want to let you know. So I'll wait for you. But know this, depending on the person might say, I'll wait for you, but I won't wait too long, or I'll wait for you till we die or till we go to heaven. And
okay, I'll wait for you. I'm going to pick up that one.
Yes.
I will wait for you.
Yes.
So if you give a girl an engagement ring now, so how long do you expect her to wait for you?
I think it's a sense of belonging when they're engaged, because she already knows, she's already down that lane. She's already passed a certain line that I'm sure this is a commitment.
I don't agree with you. I know some people that wear a ring for a pretty long time and afterwards they take it off.
Yeah.
So I don't think the engagement is like a guarantee that
This is me. If I give you an engagement ring, that shows on my own part, I know, I'm sure. So it's just a matter of
not ready.
Yes, I'm ready.
To me, I feel like they're two different things.
No. I think it's the same thing. For me, it's the same.
For me, it's not the same.
Okay, it's not necessarily the same thing.
I'm sure I want to marry you, but I might not be ready. Ready includes
money.
A lot.
Okay.
Timing,
Sure means-
finances.
Sure means yes.
Sure
you
means
feed into that
you're
thing
the
I
person.
want.
When
feed into
it's
what I
sure,
want.
Exactly.
yeah, it's sure. When I'm sure, right? I'm sure.
That's when you
But
give the ring.
I would.
So when
give the ring.
you mean
You
when
should
you
be
are sure and ready, you give the ring.
No, he said when he's sure, not
When,
ready.
wait, when I'm sure.
That leads to a lot of
No.
delays. When you're sure and you're not ready.